back to my channel. So in this video I'm going to be showing you how you can create a bag. So this one's kind of like a fur tiger print, sort of like a tote bag, I would say. They're quite popular at the moment. You may have seen them on Pinterest, Instagram, stuff like that. So that's where my inspirations come from. So I decided to make one of those and share it with you guys on how to make one if you wanted to do that, because I know they can be quite expensive. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, so let's get to it. As you can see here, I've got the black silk and I've got the tiger print fur. The tiger print fabric was actually quite stretchy, so when I actually made the bag from the final bit, obviously if you're putting heavy stuff in, it's going to stretch down. So I did make the strap a little bit smaller, as you'll see later on in the video anyway. But this certain type of material I probably wouldn't go for again, as it does stretch. And obviously with a bag, you're not going to want it, if you want it a certain length and it's that length, you're not going to want to put stuff in it and then for it to then stretch back out again. So I wouldn't advise using this material. So what I'm just doing here is, with the black silk, I'm just folding it in half. I also did the same here with the tiger print fabric as well. And then what I'm going to do is just do sort of like a outline of how I want my bag shape to be, and then I just cut that out. So you're going to want to make sure that both of the fabrics, of the tiger print and the silk, are both the same sizing, because later on in the video you're going to be putting the silk inside, so it's the lining of the bag. And as you can see here, that's what I'm doing. So I'm just matching up the fabric together, making sure they're similar sizes. And now I'm putting the tiger print fabric right sides together, making sure it's even, and then I am sewing around the edges. So once they are pinned around and you have put them right sides together, you're just going to want to sew along the edges of the fabric, making sure you're leaving a gap, obviously, because the bag, you're going to want to leave one side open so you can put it in the right way around as well. So once I've sewed around the edges of the bag, as you can see here, I'm just cutting along the edge of the fabric just to make sure it's neat. Once I've done that, I'm then going to do a zigzag stitch just to make it a lot neater, so then the fabric doesn't fray as well. So as you can see here, I've now done the zigzag stitch. So now I'm just pinning the corners, as I'm going to be trimming that off later on. So what I did is I did a straight stitch and then I trimmed them corners off, and then after that I did the zigzag stitch again, just to obviously make sure there would be no frayings. And then again, you're going to be wanting to be exact same to the silk fabric, so do straight stitch round the 3 edges, making sure you're leaving that space for the inside of the bag, and then you're going to want to trim that off after the straight stitch to just then make it neater. You don't want to have it fraying or anything, as to why you would then do the zigzag stitch. So once you've done the zigzag stitch, it should look like this. Then again with this one, I'm pinning the corners down and then going to do a straight stitch down on those, trim those corners off, and then do a zigzag stitch on that one again. Once you've done all of that, you're then going to want to put the black silk inside the bag, facing wrong sides together. Then you're wanting to turn it inside out, so then the silk is facing you. Once you've done that, you're then going to want to fold in the tiger print, just so then you're neatening up that edge. Once you've folded it all together, you're then going to want to pin that down and then sew along that with a straight line stitch. Once you've done the straight stitch, I then did it actually twice, so I did 2 rounds of the straight stitch just to make sure it was intact. I then measured how long I wanted the strap to be. So again, as I said at the beginning of this video, I realised after I finished the bag, that the material was quite stretchy. So I did end up shortening the strap down, but for now in this video, as you can see, I had measured it and I did cut the desired length of what I wanted. And then what you'll see here is I put the straps right sides together. I then sewed down one edge of the end and then all the way up to the other end, but making sure you're leaving that end open. So once you have done that, you're then going to want to trim off the excess material after that straight stitch that you've just done. After the straight stitch and you've trimmed that off, you're then going to want to go around and do the zigzag stitch to make sure it's stable and again not fraying. Once you've done all of that, you're then going to want to turn the strap inside out, so it's then wrong sides together when you're folding it in. I didn't actually have any tools to pull this through, so it took me a little while to actually roll the fabric back into the right way around again, but I did manage to get that to the end. Once you do get to the end of that, you're then going to just want to fold the inside of the fabric together and then just do a straight stitch along there, as you can see what I'm doing here. You're then going to want to grab your bag and then have the silk facing you so it's inside out. And then you'll want to grab your strap and then put the strap on the seam of where your bag is. So as we only have the one strap, that's how you'll have that. It looks a bit better in a video. I'm not really explaining it too well here. But yeah, as you can see what I'm doing here, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. So again, on this one I did do 2 straight stitches on this one, just because I wanted to make sure that it was secure. And this is the final look. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, then please give it a like and subscribe down below if you want to see more of my videos, and I will see you next week.